Hey everyone, it's Ethan Ormes back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We're here again for yet another CDL Pick'em Predictions video, and apologies, this video was going out late. I just got home. I totally forgot about making the predictions for today, so yeah, apologies, but we're here. We're going to do them right now, so yeah, obviously the matches have already started, so obviously I'm going to lose all points all points possible that I could have won for today's matches. It's currently 1-1 between London and Boston, so I did have Boston going 3-2 anyways, so kind of looks good right now. You never know, though. Moving on to the second match of tonight, we have Toronto versus Minnesota. I think it'll go Minnesota 3-2. I just think Minnesota looks better in hardpoint. The control, I'm a little confused on, and I mean, the searches could go either way, so who knows. This will be a fun series, of course. The Battle of the North really always is, but that'll be a fun one. And then the main event of tonight, the Gorillas versus the Mutineers. I think the Mutineers will take this in 3-1. Overall, I don't really think it'll be that close of a series, I don't think. I just think the Gorillas haven't looked good and may not look good for the rest of this major. So we'll see what happens, but you never know. Moving on to tomorrow or Saturday, we've got the Subliners versus the Legion, which will be a fun match. Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to take the Subliners. Honestly, I don't think the Legion will take a map off them, to be honest. I just think the Subliners are a much better team right now, which is odd and funny because, I mean, a little over a month ago, these two were battling to get, or for 12th and 11th place, so obviously good job, New York. They've definitely turned it around. Moving on, though, through Saturday night, we've got Seattle versus LAT. Which will be a fun one. I do think the Thieves will win this series. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 5, but I'm going to give it to the Thieves in 4. Ultimately, should be a fun series, so we'll see how that one goes. I just think I have a little bit more faith in the Thieves. Although the control, I mean, Seattle looked really good in the controls last week, so who knows? We'll see, though. That's the map I have Seattle winning, although they could take the Search. Anyways, continuing on throughout Saturday, we've got Florida versus Minnesota, which could be a really fun one as well. I think that'll be a good one. Who am I going to give this one to? Some of these matches I thought about prior to this, and then some of these matches I'm always so torn on. Like, they're just so close, and I'm like, I don't know. Now, I'd like to think there's going to be a bit of fire under Minnesota, especially Havoc, because Florida is his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota comes out pretty hot. So, you know what, I think I will give it to Minnesota, probably in 4. I think that makes sense. Then we move on to the main event of Saturday, Atlanta versus Boston, which could be a fun one as well. Who do I think is going to win that series? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of leaning more towards Atlanta, but I don't know. Both of these teams have some question marks, I think. I'll give it to FaZe in 4. I could see Boston taking the Search. Maybe they take map 1. Who knows? Nonetheless, we'll continue on. Moving on to Sunday, we've got the Gorillas and Legion, which I think will be a really fun one. I'm really excited for Sunday's matches. I don't work Monday, thankfully, because of the holiday here in Canada, so I'll be able to watch that main event, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, Gorillas and Legion, again, I think that'll be a really fun one. Ultimately, I think I'm going to go... I'm going to give it a 3-2 series, but honestly, I think I'm going to give it to the Legion. I do. I think I'm going to give it to the Legion. Again, the Gorillas just have just not impressed me at all throughout the Pro-Am and through so far here in Major 3, so yeah, I'm just going to give it to the Legion. I think it'll be a very close series, though. I'm guessing both hard points go to the Gorillas, but you never know. Nonetheless, continuing on, we've got a banger, of course, the banger, everyone's favorite matches, Atlanta versus Texas, or FaZe versus Optic. Prolute seems to be a pretty good fill-in so far. And honestly, I mean, Optic seems to have a bit of fire under them as well right now. But Atlanta looks decent as well last week. I think I'm going to go 5, but I think I'm going to give it to Optic, to be honest. Might be a bit of a hot take, especially since Optic has a sub in right now, but ultimately, I don't know. I think I'm going to give the edge to Optic right now. And then the banger main event between Toronto and New York, which will be a really, really fun one. I am going to give it to New York, probably in 4. I would imagine Toronto wins map 2 or 4. Now, going ahead and taking a look at the standings right now, I meant to do this in last week or earlier this week's video, but I just totally forgot about it. So yeah, I think I'll have Toronto going 0-2, and I'll have New York going 2-0 this weekend, which means New York will then be up. I guess New York is still in 11th, but New York will be up tied with Toronto, Florida, and I'll have Minnesota up at 90 points. So yeah, that means Toronto will be 6-12. Mutineers will be, what is that, 6-11, I think, right? Yeah, so, or no, 6, oh no, sorry. Minnesota will actually be above them. Seattle just be a tie between Toronto and New York then for my predictions. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll have New York going 7-10 by the end of the weekend and Toronto going 6-12 by the end of the weekend. So, obviously not great for me as a Toronto fan. One of my best friends is a New York fan, so that'll be a fun series to watch. But, yeah, overall, I think I just think New York's the better team. And I think New York standings, or New York CDL points will be moving up quite a bit over the next half of the year, I guess, over the last half of the year. Yeah, and that means Toronto will be down in 11th. Which will be pretty surprising, but, I mean, who knows what happens? We'll have to wait and see, of course, but overall, I mean, this is what I got right now, guys, so overall for the weekend, I have the Ravens going 0-1, I have the Breach going 1-1, I have the Ultra going 0-2, I have the Rocker going 2-0, I have the Gorillas going 0-2, I have the Mutineers going 1-1, I have the Subliners going 2-0, I have the Legion going 1-1. I have the Surge going 0-1. I have the Thieves going 1-0. I have Atlanta going 1-1. And I have Texas going 1-0. I believe that is everyone. Yeah, so, yeah, it'll be a fun one, I'm sure. Some very good matches this weekend, some exciting ones for sure, like I was saying, so I'm excited to see how things go. And also, guys, I didn't mention it at the start of this video, but the website fixed itself, Pick'em's fixed itself, so obviously everything here is now up to date, and there's actually points given out for Major 3, which is nice. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. I will save my predictions really quickly. There we go. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.